So since Dandadan is over, I've collected a top 10 list to watch of animes that look exactly like Dandadan, or even like better than Dandadan in my opinion. And we will go through them one by one, and I'll explain exactly why I think they are similar to Dandadan. Not necessarily like they have the exact same plot, but they have like the similar type of humor or the similar type of action. So let's dive right in with the top 10 list, in my opinion, of animes that look like Dandadan. So, at number 10, we have Beelzebub. If you don't know what this anime is, it's a very kind of like a classic old comedy type of anime. Basically, there's this high school kid who's like a really normal type of person. He has this baby, basically. A maid brings this baby to him. This baby is like a demon lord son, something like that. And he basically gives powers to the kid, the high school kid that he's with him. So he basically like gets this kid with him to the school every day. And it's a very just wholesome anime. It has like really amazing action, really amazing comedy, and just like really fucking perfect. The only downside, it actually ended after like the 51 or 55 episodes that it had. I watched it a long time ago, but it was like really one of those animes that I wished it continued, their adaptation, but I feel like they just made like those 55 episodes just to, market the manga itself. I did continue with the manga, and it's quite enjoyable. I really like it. So that's at number 10. At number 9, we have The Daily Lives of High School Boys. Basically, this anime is 90% of comedy about what high school boys really feel and what they deal with on a daily basis and so on. It's just a really funny anime, and I feel like sometimes some of the things that they will say or go through, you will remember yourself if you went through high school, and you'll be just like, yeah, that happened, or I've thought about that. But it's a really funny anime, and I recommend it. At number 8, we have Konosuba. Basically, one of the really funny animes that I didn't really expect it to be funny at first, because it's like your normal isekai anime. A guy gets hit by a truck trying to save a girl, but it turns out that he doesn't actually get hit by a truck. It's kind of like just the panic of the truck coming over that makes him pass away, because the truck literally stops before he passes away. So it's a really funny anime. You've got your crazy C-cup mage or whatever, and it's just a really funny action type. It has some of its scenes are really nice. The sleepover episode, for example, was pretty hilarious when he was like putting the fucking cold on the girl's neck. That was like really funny. But yeah, it's one of those animes that's like a classic funny, I guess, or a classic isekai comedy. I think it has like 2 or 3 seasons right now. I still haven't watched the latest seasons. I haven't finished it, but it's one of those good animes. At number 7, we have Nichijou. If you guys don't know what this is, it's basically just kind of like similar to the daily lives of high school boys, but it's like the daily high school of girls, or the middle school, whatever. It's a really funny anime. You might know this anime or recognize it from the famous deer scene where the principal basically wrestles a deer. It's really freaking hilarious. I love for example, the coin toss scenes. It's a really just wholesome comedy anime. It doesn't have this seriousness in it, but it's just like really freaking hilarious, and it just it's just awesome. At number 6, we have Chromerate High School. It's a very old anime, but it's a not so long one, actually. It's like a very short one, but it's a really nice one. Basically, this normal kid goes to like a really bad high school of like gangsters and stuff, and he basically kind of like talks about what goes there, and it's just like unintentionally comedic and hilarious. The face expressions of the guys when they are faced with shock or whatever, it's just wholesome. At number 5, we have Grand Blue, one of my favorite comedy animes, basically. Why? Because it's just out of everywhere. It's just so freaking amazing. You have this normal guy who goes to like this scuba diving in the summer. There's a guy whose name is Horikoshi, similar to the author name of My Hero Academia, and he basically like he's like a really pretty dude, but he has like all types of like posters of like anime girls and lollies and whatever. So yeah, it's fucked up. but the comedic sense is very hilarious. And he also like has a low tolerance of alcohol, so every time like they would let him drink water, but it's actually alcohol, so they would get him drunk. It's very hilarious, very wholesome, and it's every time like someone is trying like to flex on a girl or something, the other guys are like trying to get him down. It also talks about like the school and stuff, so it's a very like amazing comedy anime. I recommend it. It's one of my favorites. At number 4, we're getting wilder by the number, by the way. At number 4, we have Golden Boy. Golden Boy is a very classic comedy anime. It has 5 episodes, so it's very short. Do not watch it in front of your parents or your friend. Watch it alone, because you'll be surprised by the shit that goes down in this anime, because it's just out of everywhere. You have this guy who basically does like everything that he wants to do. He finished university and he wants to just learn everything basically in this world, what it has to offer. So every episode he encounters like different situations and he learns from them. He teaches other people. He basically gets every girl to fall in love with him or something despite the fucked up shit that he does, and it's just hilarious. The final episode kind of like combines every other episode together and, you know, blends it in some way. I don't want to dive into spoilers, but yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. At number 3, we have one of my favorite all-time animes, in my opinion, Great Teacher Onizuka. Very classic old anime. I know I'm recommending a lot of old animes, but trust me, these are worth it. This is like, take my word, these are perfect in my opinion. This teacher, basically Onizuka, is like an ex, not mafia, but like a gangster of like one of those gangs in Tokyo, and he basically like wants to be a teacher, so he applies for a teaching job at a private school. He gets there. He teaches a very troubled class, and he just shows why he's a really great teacher, because he resonates with the students and understands them really freaking well. At number 2, we have The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. No need for explanation, this anime is freaking hilarious. We have this alien who's like really freaking strong, and you have those limiters on that's like preventing him to go fucking berserk. And he's trying to like live a high school normal life or a school life, and it's just hilarious. There's a lot of like comedy scenes where it's just really, really hilarious. And at number 1, we have my favorite anime of all time, my number 1 top anime, Gintama. No need for introduction. Before you click off, this anime is literally fucking perfect. I'm not even exaggerating. This anime is just so good. And even in Dandadan, a lot of the references, you can see my Dandadan nutshell video, and you will see that there's a lot of Gintama references in them. The Okita iPad, the same Gintoki stance, everything. Gintama is basically an anime about a retired samurai who opens an odd job. It first like started in 2002, the manga, and 2006 the anime started. And just slowly as you watch through the anime, it has like a slow start. Not necessarily because the anime is bad, but like you need to go to this anime and watch it like you have no idea about what you watched before in terms of anime. Like you need to watch it in a completely different mindset, because it shows you like slowly, like you might watch an episode and be like, what the hell was that for? And then 10 episodes later, you're like, oh, that was why. Every character is important in this anime, every story, every interaction, and it just gets better by the episodes. By the time you're like at episode, let me say like 49 or 58, you're really like seeing a lot of really amazing stuff. One of my, I think like it's my favorite arc in both anime and manga. It's basically the Red Spider arc. It's at episode 178 of Gintama, and it lasts till like episode 180 or 181. But it's just a fucking amazing arc. It's so freaking good. You have no idea. I can't recommend Gintama enough. I'm doing a video separately on Gintama, so be sure to subscribe and click that, notification button, because you will see why. You'll understand why I love Gintama so much. But anyway, these were my top 10 animes that are like Dandadan, and when you watch them, you'll have a similar sense of humor or action or love to Dandadan. very wholesome animes, and yeah, I think people need to watch them more. So yeah, those are were the list. Hope you guys have enjoyed them. I have been the Manga Viewer, and I'll see you all next time. Matane.